Okay, so this is the second assignment that you will have done where you're finding a linear equation in y equals mx plus b form for 2 points. First thing you got to do is find the m. Second thing you have to do is find the b. When you're finding a linear equation, you're always worried about m and b. Doesn't matter if you're doing it from 2 points like now, or if you're doing it from a situation where you have to read and understand what the constant rate of change, or m, is, or whether you're doing it from a graph and you have to find the slope triangle and then look at where the y-intercept is. You always need these two things. So that's good because 2 things, it's easy to remember. So here we go. Let's find the change in y. From 4 to 10, did you say 6? And the change from 2 to 1? And that is -1. From 4 to 10 was 6, that's our change in y. And from 2 to 1 was -1, that's our change in x. And now we try to simplify. What is 6 divided by -1? -6. Now I have m. Remember, you already have a y and an x. You can use that one, or you can use this one, x, y. I'm going to use this one because I love using 1. It's easy to multiply by. So 10, y equals 10. M, our m was -6, times x, our x that's partnered with the 10, the y is the 1, plus b. Okay, here we go. -6 times 1 is -6. How do you solve the equation 10 equals -6 plus b? Did you say add 6? If you did, you're right. This should be easy to solve. You've solved much harder problems than this. b equals 16. I now have everything I need to write the equation. I'm just going to shrink my screen here for you really fast. My answer is y equals m -6x plus b 16. Number 2. I have to find the change in y and the change in x to find my m. From 2 to 8 is 6. From 6 to 0 is -6. Change in y over change in x. Simplify. 6 divided by -6 is -1. I have the m now, and I have an x and a y. Now here's what I'm noticing. This 0, 8, where x is 0, this is giving me the y-intercept, which means I do not have to do any work. I don't have to take a y and put it in the y spot, and then the m and put it in the m spot, and then x. I don't need to do that because the y-intercept is always where x is 0 anyway, and it's showing me. So this problem is done. Y equals -1x plus 8. Because where x was 0, y was 8. Now, hopefully you know that I don't like you to write it like this way, because what is -1 times x? -x. So in simplified form, y equals -x plus 8. Number 3, change in y. Make sure you're writing the problem down. Hopefully now you're stopping the video because you can do this on your own. 3. Change in x. 7. Change in y over change in x. 3/7. Okay, pick an x and a y. I'm picking these two because I don't want to have to deal with negatives if I don't have to. Okay, 5. Y. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals m. M's 3/7. X. The x that's partnered with my 5y is 4. Plus b. Okay? Now I can put a 1 under here and multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. 3 times 4 is 12. And 1 times 7 is 7. Plus b. I'm going to shrink everything here. Let's smooth that down a little bit. Okay. Now, 7 can go into 12. I'm going to try to write a little neater here. I don't have my stylus at home. Sorry, this is so sloppy. 7 can go into 12 one time, and there would be 5/7 left over. So in simplest form, without using my calculator and making it a decimal, 12/7 is really equal to 1 and 5/7. Okay, how do I get the b by itself? Subtract 1 and 5/7. Subtract 1 and 5/7. b equals, okay, if I was doing 5 take away 2, I would get 3, but I'm only taking 1 and 5/2, so I'm going to get 3 and 2/7 as my answer. I can do that in my head, and you should be able to too. Now all I need is to write the m and the b in my equation, and I'll be done. Y equals, what was m? M was 3/7. X plus, what was b? B was 3 and 2/7. One more. Copy the problem down. 7, 10 and 9, 10. Turn the video off and do the problem, and then check back and make sure you're doing it right. Don't just copy. And even if you're going to follow along with me, it's so important that you think and you make yourself understand what's going on so you can do these on your own come test day. Change in y, 2. Change in x, 2. Change in y over change in x. In simplest form, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, I take my y and I put it in the y equals spot. I take my m and I put it in the m spot. I need the x that goes with that y, 9, plus b. 1 times 9 is 9, so we have 10 equals 9 plus b. Subtract 9, subtract 9. We now have b equals 1. All we have to do is write our equation. Y equals 1x plus 1. Now, we don't want to write 1x because 1x means 1 times x. What is 1 times x? X. So, in simplest form, y equals x plus 1. Done.